Some certain routes, different routes. Every day it's been getting better and better. Getting more comfortable with it. Getting a lot more reps, walk through and stuff like that. So it's really starting to come.
You moved from the right side to the left. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's hard to explain.
You got a little fired up yesterday after making that long diving catch.
Yeah, that was my first. There was a bunch of go balls thrown to me this in camp so far, but we haven't connected. I caught a couple of it as out of bounds or something happened. So I like to run deep. Run past guys. So it is what it is. It's football. I'm an aggressive guy. I like to. I like to get the juices flowing. I like to get the team up. So big play. Let's make a big deal.
Terrelle, Josh McCown talked about working out a little bit with you, and I think Charlotte with Randy Moss.
Yeah.
And we know you've worked out with Randy before. What has he meant to you, though, through this whole process?
Who, Josh or Randy?
Randy.
Randy. He's been spectacular. I mean, he played the same. He's playing the position I play now. So he just talked to me a lot about the stuff and how I had to have a great relationship with like the tight end, because I'm always a lot of times to the tight end side or the slot receiver side. So I have to have a great relationship with those two guys and communicate well together, and it's been going great.
That catch yesterday in the deep one was a tough catch. I mean, you had to go underneath the guy to see the ball.
I had to run past him and then go over top of him.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Does that kind of just speak to the development?
I don't think so, because I've been making these plays in OTAs, minicamp, and a lot of just myself, a lot of guys. So that's not the first time I've done that since I've been here. It's been all minicamp and OTAs. We've been making plays like that, so it's nothing new to us.
Terrelle, how did your relationship with Josh develop, and then how nice to see him back in the facility?
It's phenomenal. Just a guy. That's he broke the rules, all right, and he dealt with the consequences, But this guy, he sits by me in every meeting, asks me questions. Coach Jackson will be up there teaching, and it's kind of frowned upon not to talk, about the coaches, but he's okay with it because I know the offense pretty well, and I'm sitting right between Corey and Josh, and we have conversation the whole time. He talks, what about this, and we talk. We pay attention as well, but it's constant communication. You can tell the guys he's very hungry, and can't wait for him to get back out there. I'm excited. I know we are excited as a group, because he's going to be a big deal for us as well. So looking forward to him.
Do you find yourself thinking about what the offense would look like with you on one side and 12 on the other side?
We have so many. Like when Josh was talking to Coach Saunders yesterday. I'm sorry. And he said this is one of the best receiving corps. Since I've been here, it's the best receiving corps. And the guys on this field, it's all 13 receivers we have. These guys we can play. Guys can play, and it's exciting. For myself, it's just the progress I've made, and to actually, just to be out there battling with corners and being able to beat corners man to man and getting off press pretty easy now. It's the ultimate competitive sport, and I love it to death, and it's the funnest sport.
Occasionally, we see you. We see a couple creative plays, motion behind the center. Do you get any throwing practice other than those individual plays?
Yeah, I throw a lot. Like today, when we came out to walk through, I tossed the ball a little bit to Corey, and tossed it to Josh a little bit. Just to toss some of the routes that I will throw. Just try to stay fresh a little bit. And obviously, it's nothing beat to the magnitude of the QBs doing it, how they warm up and stuff like that. But, you just try to be as perfect as possible, for the team. So that's all I try to do.
Talking with Hugh Jackson, he seems really excited to have you here and what you possibly could bring. Could you touch on, you worked with him in Cincinnati, could you just kind of touch on that relationship that
He drafted me in Oakland. I was with him for a year, then in Cincinnati for a little bit. Just a relationship, I've spent a year with him all the time. He's always with the quarterbacks. So I spent an awful lot of time with him, Carson, and Matt Leinart. That's the guys that are in the room. And the guys is awesome. He's a football mind. I probably drive him crazy in the meeting room, when he's installing, because I ask questions all day. and he knows. You know, sometimes he'll just tell me, he'll be like, Terrelle, shut up, don't answer this, and it's because you know, I know this stuff, you know, pretty good, and you know, and I'm excited just to get the guys spit up, or if the guys have any questions, you know, I'm here to help, you know, in any way.
A year ago this time, you know, you were just making this transition. Now you're talking about, you know, helping guys. How different is it
It's a lot different.
now?
It's a lot different. You know, I'll give grace to God. You know, definitely couldn't do it without him. Couldn't do it without the support of the fans. Absolutely. People tweeting me and messaging me, and you know, direct messages, and you know, some of you guys, you know, help me out. You know, I read some of the clips, and I appreciate you guys being nice. And you know, sometimes it's good. Sometimes you know, you get feisty a little bit, and it turns you on. You know, you want to do better. You know, because some of the critics. You know, but at the same time, you know, nobody's a harder critic than me. You know, I critique myself and I take this very serious. You know, I'm very excited. This game's the love of my life. It's like, you know, it goes God, my son, football. You know, and that's in that order. So I'm looking forward to playing.
Did they solicit your input on whether or not they should welcome Josh Gordon back on the roster?
You know, like what Coach said. You know, first meeting of first meeting of camp, we came in there and he had a recorder on there, and it's on it says erase the tape, record a new message. Everybody, like he said, everyone has a clean slate. I read a little bit about, you know, he talked about some of the other guys, you know, that whether they played good or they didn't, you know, you have a clean slate. You know, the coach believes that he can, you know, coach the guys up the right way. Same with Josh. This guy can play, and the guy's been tremendous. Meetings. I mean, he's been in special teams meetings, going over, you know, talking to me and through stuff, and he's not even on special teams. You know, this guy, he's involved. He wants to be involved, and he's been doing an awesome job. I really can't brag or any more than he's doing awesome, and I'm very proud of him.
How is RG3 coming along? And you having been obviously a former quarterback, you have a different perspective on it. So how do you think he's doing?
Robert's been awesome. He's been very, very good on his timing, getting the ball up fast. Same as Josh and the other two quarterbacks. I think they have two of the best trainers, you know, that you can have. You know, Coach Ant and Hugh. So those guys, it's a blessing to have those two guys. Definitely, Pep and Hugh.
Terrelle, what's it been like to have Chad Johnson helping the receivers?
Chad. He's awesome. You know, he has somewhat of an input. You know, when Coach Al will break something down, and then, you know, Coach Al will ask him, and he'll put his 2 cents in. You know, so it's a Bengal guy. You know, so I don't know if we like that, but hey, he's helping out and doing whatever he can. You know, he's pretty much staying back and trying to see if he wants to do this coaching deal or not. And you know, we definitely all are in the room. We respect him, and a lot of guys question him about route running and how to set guys up and stuff like that. So I mean, there's a lot of guys that are very good at it, and he's one of them.
They drafted 4 receivers this year, starting with the first round pick in Corey Coleman. What do you like about the young kids that they brought into that room?
They're all hungry. You know, that's all you can ask for. If you look at a guy, you know, and if you draft a guy, and I know, like, as an owner, if I was like an owner or a coach, I want to see, you know, what's this guy's attitude? You know, does he always want to get better? Is he always on the field after practice? Is he on the field early? Is he attentive and talking and asking questions in meetings? Is he surrounding himself around, you know, working with DBs, working with the older receivers? You know, and these guys are like that. Corey Coleman, he's gonna be very good. You know, he's a very hard worker. All those guys are very hard working. So they all have the same itch. It's gonna be fun to see those guys play coming up in preseason.
Terrelle, have you thought about what your role's going to be when you get to the season? Where you fit in this offense?
For me, you know, I just want to go and help however I can. You know, be a playmaker, and if that's getting on the field, if that's starting, not starting, whatever, just put me on the field and make a play, and that's got to be my mindset. And that's what I want to do. That's my ultimate goal. We all set goals, and my goal is that.